Welcome to today's episode on leadership. We're going to talk about what we call the halftime model. Now, halftime in football is a period in between the first 2 quarters of the game and the last 2 quarters of the game. What happens is they play the first 2 quarters and there's a 20-minute break. And in that break, everyone heads to the locker room. And in that locker room, everybody takes a look at where are we? What's the score? How did our game plan work? What's the injury report? And oh, by the way, what are we going to do in the second half to make sure we win? Well, in the leadership world, I always use this model to help people understand this period that you'll usually encounter somewhere between the ages of 45 and 55, where there's deep self-reflection. And that's the idea. The halftime model comes from a book. The author's name was Bob Buford. In fact, you can Google the Halftime Institute and you'll learn more about this model and its approach. But Bob found it was an interesting time of transition where people were questioning what's it all about and where am I? So for my coaching, most of the time I spend with leaders, we go back and we look at the first half. Now, if you're younger and you're already in the first quarter, we know your head is down, you just got out of college, you've probably set your sights on some kind of career mode, maybe you're beginning a family, but certainly by the time you're in the second quarter, anywhere from 25 to 50, now your head is down. Time to make some money, time to make a name for yourself. And you have an idea of what the scoreboard is and how the scoreboard should look. Maybe you have found a relationship, maybe you have decided to partner up, and maybe you're going to have a family. You have a lot of dreams, you have a lot of hopes, you have a lot of aspirations. So all during this period, it's very busy. Our heads are down, we're executing on the game plan, what we thought we wanted to do, and how we thought we wanted to do it. And obviously life presents challenges, which is also why the model works, because during any kind of a football game, you could have had a great plan and somewhere in the first 2 plays, your quarterback goes out with a broken leg. Something changed radically, so you have to change your plan. So what I'm using this time in the episodes that you'll listen to on halftime is to give everyone, whether you're in that age range of 45 to 55, or whether you're early on it or whether you're later on it, it's important to picture going into the locker room and spending some time alone with yourself and asking yourself the questions. How is the score? Is this game the way I decided to play it when I started the same game I'm playing now? And if I look at the scoreboard and where I am, it could be anything from my money to my happiness to the things that I count as important in life. The question is, how are you doing? What is the score? And once you have some idea of your state, your home base, the next thing you need to do is ask yourself the question, what am I going to do in the second half? So this is an encouragement for all leaders to take some time, head into the locker room, and do an analysis, a self-reflective, self-honest analysis of where am I at this time and stage of my life, in my family, in my personal life, in my professional life, and starting to map out the game plan to get you to the next position, the next place. And in many cases, you may be moving from success to something that we'll call significance. So hopefully when you get this opportunity to get together in your groups after you've listened to the podcast, you'll have an interesting time talking about what we call the halftime of life. Until next time, see you later.